Hi everyone, this is a video review of the Transformers San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Titan Returns 3-pack with Sentinel Prime, Windblade, and Brainstorm. Right here you can see is the packaging for the three figures. Here you can see some nice artwork of Sentinel Prime. Looks like he's fighting Brainstorm and Windblade. Looks very cool. It says Transformers right here on the side, along with Generations, because these three figures are repaints and part of the Transformers Generations toy line. Here you can see the nice Autobot symbol right here inside this meteor thing. Here you can see it's black on the top, but if you hold it up to some light, it says Transformers. On the side, it says Titans Return. On the back, or bottom, you can see some marketing info for this box. And on the back, you can see some warning labels for the figures. And if you hold it up to some light, you can see some sort of solar system graph thing on the back. Well, that's about it for the box. Now, let's take a look at the figures. Here you can see Sentinel Prime. As you can see, it's pretty much the same paint job as the retail version of Sentinel Prime. The only difference is the orange on the figure is translucent, whereas the retail figure, it's just orange and not translucent. And the other difference I see is that the head does look a bit shinier than the retail version of Sentinel Prime. And just like with the retail version, I think the robot mode looks pretty cool. Do like the head sculpt. It really looks a lot like Optimus Prime, but still different enough to look like a completely different character. I do like how he's got these really cool looking shoulder pads. I do like how he's got these gun things on his forearm. Like the yellow on the knee pads. Look pretty cool. Got some nice paint on the feet, red on the bottom, and red at the tip of his toes. Got some nice gun right here. It's also got some pretty nicely molded details on the side of the gun as well. Not a whole lot of kibble on the back, but there are some wings right here from the space shuttle mode, which makes the figure look kind of cool. Now for the articulation, just like it's pretty much the same as the retail version, 90 degrees here, 90 degrees at the knees, full 360 at this cut in the thigh. Legs go in and out, they go back and forth. Arms can do like a full 360. Rotates at the bicep. Head goes around, but because of the way these headmasters are designed, you don't really get any up and down motion. Now, it transforms just like the retail version. What you do is these arms right here. These feet up. And snap the forearms into the yellow knee pads. Take the head off. These parts go down. Get these wings down. And I believe these wings go up. Headmaster in here. And now you've got Sentinel in his space shuttle mode. I mean, train mode. he transforms into a space shuttle too. But I'll get to that in about a minute or so. I do like the nice yellow right here. I don't think his retail toy has that, but looks pretty cool on this Comic-Con exclusive version. And the red paint right here looks pretty nice. I do like how it's red on the bottom and red on the tip. Almost makes this orange part here look like some kind of cockpit or space for the riders inside. And I do like how the guns show up on top right here in train mode. It looks pretty cool. Do like these nice molded details and panel lines on the side. And do like how these wings just fold down in his train mode. You hardly notice them in this train mode. Now, Sentinel as a train does look pretty odd as a train because he's red, not the color you would normally think like a futuristic or subway train would look like. But all in all, I do think it's a nicely designed train, aside from the paint job they chose for it. And it still looks pretty cool and really sleek looking. So all in all, it's a very good looking vehicle mode. Now, to get into his other vehicle mode, you need to get these leg pieces back down. Get these feet together. Let's get these pieces up. These wings should come down here. Now there are these tabs underneath the wings. You get them into these slots on the arms. And I think you get these wings on the tail down. Now, I'm not sure why this is happening, but I can't quite get this piece down to fit over his crotch piece right here. Now, the other side works because there's this little part cut out right here so that it fits this part, which is his belt right here. But this part doesn't seem to have that cut, so his belt buckle gets in the way. Pretty sure that's a misassembly. I'm not sure. I think it's supposed to fit in there. So, yeah. I can only assume it's a problem with mine and not a problem with all of them. But just for mine, it does have that problem. Here you can see, here he is in his space shuttle mode. Looks pretty cool. As you can see, you got some nice yellow on the cockpit right here. Now, the yellow for the train wheels does show up here, but I don't mind, it's hardly noticeable. You got these nice little wing symbols right here on the wings, which look pretty cool. I like the panel lines on the wings and the wings near the tail, which look pretty cool. Actually, he's got panel lines all over, which I do like. On the other side, these panel lines, it has panel lines also. Mainly because both sides of the feet look the same, but still looks pretty cool. You do notice his arms right here, which is not so cool. But looking at it from the top or the top to the side angles, does still look like a space shuttle. It does still look very cool. And looks like a very cool looking Cybertronian space shuttle. Still looks enough like an Earth space shuttle to make this so you know it's a space shuttle, but also futuristic looking enough so that you know it's an alien space shuttle. Now transforming back. Just get the feet out and attach the wings to the arms. And you get the headmaster back in. And like all headmasters, all you do is fold up the feet, or the legs, and put the headmaster back on. And here hold on. Hands out. His gun's back in his arms. And here's Sentinel back in his robot mode. Now, all in all, I do like this version of Sentinel. I'm not usually a fan of translucent plastic, but I think that can be ignorable. The robot mode looks pretty cool, just like the retail version. Both of his vehicle modes look pretty cool. Space Shuttle mode doesn't look that great from the bottom, but looking at it from the top or the top side view, still looks like a Space Shuttle mode, and still looks very cool. Train mode, I do think it looks pretty cool as like a subway or futuristic train, bullet train, and looks enough like a normal bullet train so that you know it's train that can move at high speeds, and also looks futuristic enough so that you know it's a Cybertronian train. And robot mode, I do like the resemblance to Optimus Prime in the head sculpt, but also different enough so that you know it's a character that's not Optimus. And I do think that this figure overall is a good Sentinel Prime figure with the nice looking arms, the wide proportions, and the very cool molded details and paint all over the figure. So all in all, this is a good figure in this 3-pack. Now moving on to one of the other figures. Here's Brainstorm. Now, this is Brainstorm as a deluxe figure. He was previously released in Generations as a Voyager class figure. Now, if you have the Voyager class figure, that is still good, but the deluxe figure, I think you may find that it's a very cool new take on the character. Now, this figure is basically just a retool of Blur, which I don't mind, since Blur is my favorite figure in the first wave of Generations Titan Returns. Now they added some new parts, like these wings right here on the shoulders, the wings, cool new headmaster, and I'm pretty sure the way this side gun is molded, that's new on the figure as well. He's in this nice light blue color, which looks pretty cool. I do like the sleek look of this figure because he is a retool of Blur. I do like how he's got this windshield on the chest, which is slanted downward. I do like the look of the legs with the nice red and silver paint right here on the knees. I do like the paint on the arms. It's a nice gray color right here and a lighter gray right here on the bicep. The headmaster looks pretty cool. I do like that faceplate, the eyes, the molded details on the side of his faceplate, and the crest right here. I do like the nice gray paint on the vents right here, which looks pretty cool. The guns on the side of his forearm look pretty cool. Not much going on the back right here, except some screw holes right here. Got some nice Autobot symbols right here with the silver background on the back of his wings. And just like with the Blur figure, I do like how his legs and his forearms look bigger than his thighs and his biceps. On the lower part of his chest, there are some nice molded details right here. Yeah, so all in all, I do like the robot mode. Looks pretty sleek. I do like the paint. I do like the newly added parts they put to this figure to make it look like Brainstorm when this is a retool of Blur. And I did like Blur, so Brainstorm being a retool of Blur makes me like this figure all the more. Now to get this into vehicle mode, get this off, get the guns off. Just like with Blur, you open these parts up. The feet down. Get this part around the arm. Get the head off. And just like with Blur, this part could go on the back. I just need this to swing upward. And I think the gun can be stored, well, the hands do show up right here underneath, so I guess the gun can be stored underneath like so. Oh. There's also some peg holes on the side. Now the headmaster looks pretty cool. It's in this nice blue, light blue color. Do you like the orange on the mouth and the yellow goggles right here? Now you can actually get the cockpit up so you can sit inside. The seat just folds up. Yeah, and now here's Brainstorm in his vehicle mode. Now, just like his Generations Voyager class figure, it does turn into this nice spaceship looking mode. Looks very cool. Looks a lot like the Voyager figure. I do like how his wings show up right here on the side for his vehicle mode because they're the wings of his vehicle mode also. I do like how he's got these wings near the guns, which are the tip of his spaceship mode. I do like the nice light blue at the center front part of his spaceship mode. And I do like how it's gray on the sides right here. And this light gray or white color on the back. And the nice light blue right here. On the back, the bottom, you do see his hands, and parts of his legs, but hands are pretty much the only kibble you see underneath in his vehicle mode. So he does hide his robot mode kibble rather well in vehicle mode. Do you like the nice silver paint right here on the vents? Got some nice molded details on the wings right here. Nice molded details at the tip of his spaceship mode. Do you like these gun looking things right here on the front? Do you like how he's got these nice thrusters here on the back? So all in all, a very cool looking robot mode and a cool looking vehicle mode. And I'd say this figure is about as good as his Voyager class version. Now to get him into robot mode, get these arms up. Get the legs down. It appears there's this wing looking thing right here on this leg. Doesn't appear on the other side of the legs, but I assume this is part of the vehicle mode. I didn't notice it before. Anyways, the feet down, the arms, get the back out. You can just put this back on the forearm, get the gun here, get the headmaster out of the cockpit, and now here is Brainstorm. One, get his seat up, back in his robot mode. So all in all, I do think this version of Brainstorm is as good as his Voyager class version. Now he is a retool of Blur, which I like because Blur is basically my favorite of the Wave 1 Titan Returns figures, the Deluxe Class 1s. He's got a nice paint job, just like his Voyager class version, and a really cool head sculpt right here, just like his Voyager class version. And it's just as good a head sculpt as his Voyager class toy. And I do like the sleek look of the figure due to it being a retool of Blur. That and the fact that I like the wings on the shoulders, the new head sculpt, this nice gun on the forearm, make this one of my favorite figures in the Transformers Titan Returns toy line. Now, let's take a look at Windblade. Now here is Windblade. Now I wasn't too excited for this figure, not just because I already have the Windblade figure from the Transformers Generations toy line when she first came out, but also because Windblade was already one of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives from last year. So being part of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives this year, I wasn't sure why they decided to reuse her as an exclusive, but as you can see, this is a pretty cool looking repaint of her. I do like the design of the symbol right here, with this nice blue color right here, the red Autobot symbol in front of this silver background, which looks pretty cool. I do like the blue on the wings and on the forearms. I like the red on the knee pads, and the blue on the sides of the legs, which look pretty cool. I do like this head sculpt right here. I like the white makeup, along with the red on the sides of her eyes and on her lips. I do like this fan thing behind her head. Sword looks pretty cool too. The nice silver on the blade, the red hilt, and the red and gray handle right here. What I like about this figure is how cool the wings look with these nice fan things right here. Do like the look of the legs with the blue on the sides of the legs, the red knee pads, and I do like the sword right here, and these nice sharp looking shoulder pads right here. And again, I do like the design of the chest, especially this paint job right here with the red, the Autobot symbol, and the blue. So all in all, a pretty nicely painted repaint of Windblade, and I do like the figure itself. Now to get this into vehicle mode, get these legs up. These feet together for the tail. Now I believe these tabs on the arms go into these slots on the legs. And as for sword and sheath, it can just be stored right here. Yeah. And now here's Windblade in her jet mode. Now her jet mode looks pretty cool. It's got these nice fan things right here, which I like. I do like the silver paint around the fans, which look pretty cool. And again, I do like the nice blue on the arms, the blue on the sides right here. I do like the red on the cockpit and this darker gray right here, along with this nice silver tip right here, which looks pretty cool. I do like how sleek this jet mode looks. The nice sleek tip right here. For the front of the jet mode, I do like how it's got these wings on the back also. I do like the tail right here. And these extra wings right here. I do like how the wings have got these things on the side, which I think look pretty cool. You get some nice molded details on the wings right here with these vents and these panel lines right here and panel lines right here, which all look pretty cool. And you got some nice panel lines right here on the wings. Now at the bottom you do see the arms, which don't look that great from the bottom, but from the top or the top side view, it still looks pretty cool. Very cool looking jet mode. So all in all, I do like it based on how sleek it looks. I do like the look of the wings, and I do like the paint job. So all in all, a very cool looking vehicle mode. Now again, back into robot mode. The arms out. The legs down. If I'm not mistaken, I dropped this part earlier. And as for this sheath, I think it can be stored, well, it's got this tab right here, so I think it's on the side of the hip. Yeah. So all in all, even though I was disappointed that this exclusive was a repaint of Windblade, and there was already a Windblade in last year's Comic-Con exclusives, it's still a very cool figure because I do like the Windblade figure, and it's a pretty cool looking repaint of the figure. It's mostly gray, but I think it looks great on the figure. I do like the blue, nice shade of blue in the wings, the arms, and the legs. They look pretty cool, and again, this is one of my favorite figures in the Generations toy line, so being a great figure and having a nice paint job, I do think Windblade is still a pretty cool figure, even though she was released once already at Comic-Con. So all in all, these are all great figures, all very fun to transform, and all very fun to play with. And they all have pretty good looking vehicle modes. Now this was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but you can buy this at HasbroToyShop.com. I don't think they sold out of this at the show, so there's a good chance you can get yours on the website still. And that about does it for my review. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/legendantihero or Instagram. My username on Instagram is legendaryantihero or legendaryantihero, and you can friend me on Facebook, facebook.com/legendantihero. Well, that's it for my review. Goodbye.